I will be examining each factor through the person and environment lens and applying ecological theory first, followed by the biopsychosocial lens and humanistic and existential theory. Person and environment lens is when you view human behavior and problems in relation to the individual's interaction with the environment. Ecological theory explains human development by describing aspects of the individual, the environment, and the interaction between the two. People are actively involved in their environments and their own development, and that both development and environments are always changing. A fundamental part of ecology theory is the way that a person perceives their environment and experiences significantly affects their well-being. When looking at family, as mentioned earlier, my interviewee had a difficult upbringing with unsupportive parents in a poor environment. He was determined to have a better quality of life than his parents had and that he had when he was younger. As an adult in stage 7 of his development, his family, which now consists of his wife and children, were extremely supportive of him and helped him overcome crises, which ultimately helped him achieve his life aspirations. As an individual, my interviewee had a drive inside him, and being in a very supportive and enhancing environment, this helped him as well. In looking at community, as mentioned earlier, my interviewee did not have any community involvement when he was younger. However, as an adult, he is very much involved in his community. My interviewee has been giving back to his community for several years now, and by doing this, he has added more value to his life and his ability to help others. This type of community interaction has helped him achieve new opportunities. In looking at institutions, as mentioned earlier, my interviewee graduated from college, was drafted, and had a career in HR. Each of these institutions helped him attain his life aspirations and open the door for new opportunities. My interviewee shared that his best contribution was when he was able to train and teach others throughout his career. As it relates to stage 7, my interviewee's career ultimately had the most impact on his development as a professional and individual. He also had an impact in the environment because he was able to train and teach others who then went on to lead the company. In looking at larger social policy, as mentioned earlier, when my interviewee was younger, he was drafted. This could be used as an example of how a larger social policy affected his life because it was required by law. As an adult in stage 7 of his developmental process, there are many larger social factors that affect him. A few examples of this can be policies regarding healthcare, mental health services, affordable housing, unemployment, and education. Ultimately, being drafted helped my interviewee because he was able to learn a lot and it helped him in his development. He also carried the life experiences he encountered with him throughout life. The second factor, existentialism focuses on the meaning of life and people's views on existence. Humanistic theory focuses on the way people view life and being. It places an emphasis on people's role in shaping their own experiences. People are active agents in their own lives and have the ability to reason, make choices, form their experiences, and control their destinations. Family. As mentioned earlier, my interviewee had a difficult early life and perceived his life as not how he wanted it to be as an adult. He understood that he has an important role in shaping his own experiences and was determined to make a better life for himself. He was able to control his destination in creating a family with his wife, children, and now grandchildren, which, as mentioned before, helped him achieve his aspirations. In looking at community, my interviewee views his community as an investment in the future and is dedicated to give back. In focusing on the meaning of life, my interviewee has helped future generations, and not only has his volunteerism helped others in the community, it also continues to shape him. Being actively involved in his community has helped him and led to generativity. In looking at institution, my interviewee viewed his education and work experience as opportunities to work hard and you will be rewarded. Obtaining a college degree to have a career in HR was something that my interviewee was passionate about and determined to do. His career in HR had a positive influence over him, and as an individual because it shaped his life and opened up many opportunities for him to grow as a professional. Larger social policy from a humanistic perspective, my interviewee has the ability to reason and make choices that can positively affect future generations. He is actively trying to make a positive difference in the world. Systems theory views human behavior as the result of active interactions between people and their social systems. Systems can include any formal or informal grouping of people or facets of organizations, including couples, families, schools, communities, governments, and social service agencies. Systems are always striving to maintain status quo with regard to their functioning, whether it is positive or negative. In applying systems theory to family, my interviewee's behavior stemmed from his interactions between him and his social system. In relation to his family, his parents' roles were that the father works to provide for his family and the mother stays home to clean and take care of the children. The role for my interviewee was that he would assume the same job that his father did. There was a disruption in the status quo when my interviewee wanted to go to college. Differentiation occurred, and as a result, relationships within the family changed, as well as the way the family system functions. In relation to his family now, my interviewee had to make several changes. Whereas he came from a male-dominated family system, his wife came from a female-dominated family system. He had to make challenging adjustments to his new family system, but once he learned and became used to new ways of interacting, he established a new and better level of homeostasis with his family. Limitations in systems theory include that it is difficult to identify the many systems in an individual's life and assess how these systems interact and impact a client's functioning. It is more appropriate for working with families or other systems than individuals. It is difficult to articulate and test empirically, especially when trying to predict behavior. It is too problem-oriented. It tends to concentrate on current functioning of clients and their systems, so it is easy to overlook important information about past functioning that could be relevant to current problems.